Hey guys, LCG here, back with another episode of Valley. Last episode we left off in about the same area. I have to actually run back here because of the way the game saves. So it's not exactly the same spot, and I might have done some stuff in between, found a couple extra acorns. I'm sorry if I skipped some of that content, but we're back, and I want to get going. Alright, we're going to head up to the top of the mountain facility and see what they have to say about the life seed. That being said, if you enjoy this content, please hit that thumbs up button and share subscribe with me, and we'll enjoy this game together. Any support you guys have to give is greatly appreciated. Now, we're onto the Pathfinder training area. This is post-exchange, Telltale building. Alright, nothing too important here. Also, I apologize for the last episode. I've been trying to tune the audio settings and some of that stuff in this game. It's just wild.
Isolation policy in effect. I've often found myself in the company of a Pathfinder named Edwin Hall. The things he can do in a L.E.A.F suit are astounding. Some nights we'll head to the rooftop above my office and watch the aurora. I have no idea what he could possibly see in me, though. I tend to ramble a lot. I mean, who wouldn't find Mesoamerican calendricals anything other than fascinating? Guys love that stuff, right?
Back to what I was saying, the audio in this game jumps from incredibly quiet to incredibly loud. Where is this thing? You kick. One of those Amarita swarms just zapping at me. Is that it over there? Yeah, I'm blown away by how instantly loud this game gets. And it's overwhelming at times. Apparently I'm jumping just high enough to enter their hit range, but not high enough to see them. There we go. Ooh! To actually see them. I'm curious as to what these are, because I've been seeing those, I don't want to say a lot, but I've been seeing them everywhere. I don't think they really do anything for the game. It's just, as a design concept, they're kind of odd. I don't know if they're lice or... Quicksand or something? Let me up here. Let me up. I'm not playing this game with you guys. In case you didn't see last episode, do not try to take the energy back from them, because they come right back if you do. Note from a Pathfinder, everyone here thinks I'm a liar. No one believes I got attacked by a grizzly bear during one of my runs. Luckily I managed to extract its life before it could swipe at my face. I got real far before turning back to return its life energy. Hope I never see the likes of him again. Yeah, alright. So this says, get my zoop zoop going that direction. Does any of this stuff open up? It looks like everything's pretty straightforward. They don't really try to deceive you into much of anything. There we go. Combining the elements of the different suit upgrades. I knew that was coming sooner or later. Pick up medallion. Note from Pathfinder. These medallions are getting cleaned up fast. Getting into that pyramid first is going to be tough. Hopefully I find some more quick. I want to be the first to explore it. Pick up an energy upgrade. Alright. don't know how the physics here work. I don't know if it'll automatically put me on the right track. We'll just go ahead and go the safe route, I suppose. Get that zoop zoop. Nothing here to open up. Pick up another medallion. You know, so I kind of like this little adventure style game. It's not something I normally do. I play a lot of survival games. I play a lot of I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike 1.3, 1.6. Recently Global Offensive. Yeah, I apologize for that one. But games like that, I didn't really get into H1Z1 or DayZ a whole lot, but this game's kind of out of the norm for me. So it's nice to be able to sit back and explore and have some fun. Alright, new quest objective. Find a way inside the abandoned facility. Let's see if there's any crates floating around outside. I'm not going to bother picking up that Amrita. I have a feeling whatever way we have to go in is pretty clear just because of how the game's been so far. Well, welcome to the Soma facility, guys. Little Amrita swarm up there. Like I said, they tend to guide you in the right direction, it looks like. You know, for a game like this, that's kind of nice sometimes. If you don't have to just spend too long wandering around.
While I appreciate being brought in to study the valley, I wish the military's presence here wasn't so domineering. I can't say these giant structures add much to the view. It would be nice if this was simply a place of study and conservation. I'm doing my best to steer the army away from the ruins, but the only thing that seems to concern them is their project. Gathering up as many of these strange orbs as they possibly can.
Amrita storage, that's what I'm wondering. So that one, unlike the others, was actually moving. Some of these things are tipped flat over. Alright, so I gotta fall. Yep, we're going up this elevator shaft, or looks like. Or maybe we're not. There we go. So we gotta come from that down onto here, cross through. Oh, maybe that's not enough. There we go. Much better. The life seed found within the valley, produced once every 1,000 years from the so-called Titan tree, has been confiscated by the military and taken to the Soma facility for scientific purposes. Alright, looks like we're in the facility now. We need to find the life seed here, apparently. You know, what always seems like just the next step is turning out to be quite the series. No trees or orbs nearby. Take energy from storage cells to restock your reserves. Alright. Oh. I was wondering why it wasn't taking anything. Now. Alright, so you can zap them a few times. I don't know if that's blood or what that is, but doesn't look good. Energy upgrade. Note from a guard, I'd give anything to be a Pathfinder, but there's no way I'd be eligible unless I suddenly lost 60 pounds. That'll never happen. Too bad. I bet you I could pick up a lot of girls in those things. Yeah, sounds like he's in the military to me. Can't wait to get to the ladies. Audio logs.
September 17th, 1942. My name is Andrew Fisher, leading physicist and head of Project Pendulum. Pendulum is the research and development project directed by the Army Corps of Engineers to produce a weapon of mass destruction that can bring an end to the war through the unconditional surrender of our enemies. In response to the spy-ridden efforts of the Manhattan Project, headed by my cohort, Robert Oppenheimer, Pendulum has been founded under the utmost secrecy. Funds, pride, and soldiers' lives are all on the line in a race to win the war, thus giving rise to the name Pendulum.
Alright. Once I saw the Amrita storage, I figured that's what it was a weaponization of Amrita. Amrita? I wish there was an easier way to pronounce that. I'm in conflict with the way that the game pronounces it. Cool beans, amigo. Give me that power. What kind of... Ooh.
As a precaution to both Nazi and Soviet espionage, Pendulum's location and purpose is unknown to the outside world. Taking a cue from the Manhattan Project, only a small few know of Pendulum's purpose, operating under the guise of an alternative energy project. As it came to light that Manhattan had been plagued with espionage, it was agreed upon to shroud Pendulum within the government itself. All those who knew of Pendulum's true intent are here. Though admittedly extreme, we can ensure an ironclad umbrella of secrecy. Information can only come in, and none can go out. As far as anyone outside this valley knows, Pendulum does not exist. This valley does not exist.
Alright, so how do I get into there? Oh, I'm gonna have to crawl up. So I really like those posters that I was just looking at back there. I love that classic, I don't know what you'd call it, like the vintage style military propaganda, someone talk, loose lips, sink ships type stuff. It just looks real neat to me. But apparently there's another vent that I'm going to have to get my hands into. There we go, maybe it's this one? No, not at all what I was thinking. I know I just skipped a bunch of stuff. I feel terrible about that right now, by the way. Here I am double checking corners just to make sure I don't miss a crate, but I'm sure I just skipped 2 to 3 pathways.
Welcome to the Pendulum Research and Development Site. All personnel...
Alright. Note from a worker. We better finish up this project soon. Those supply drops are only scheduled to arrive for a few more months. Otherwise, due to the isolation policy, we're on our own. The pilots know nothing of this operation other than their orders to drop off supplies to this location until the end of this year. I think they were told this is for a mining operation. No wonder Fisher is going mad over our timelines. Let's figure out who this Fisher guy is, too. Sounds like he's one of the major scientists here. I did not double jump that. Woo! Oh man. I just got kind of reckless with my keyboard there, you know what I mean? Got a little crazy and went hog wild. Almost ended up on the ground below me. You know, I've been living on the edge a little bit lately, boys. Note from Private Riley. I've been ordered to patrol the Soma facility again today. I've circled through the same rooms 30 times since noon. At least I get to smile at the cute scientist in the pressure chambers each time. She hasn't smiled back at me yet. I hope she doesn't find me creepy. She does. Don't you worry about that one. Note from a Pathfinder. It's odd to think about what exactly a life is once you've experienced quantum death. What exactly are the ingredients that make up my life? My ingredients aren't really any different than anyone else's. Carbon, calcium, hydrogen, etc. held together with some energy. So what exactly makes me, me? I guess if anything, I'm just a pattern, one that forms out of the chaotic blender of blah, blah, blah. Yeah, good way to go. You know, you must have got like a degree or something there, genius. Alright. Oh, bam! I'll take that and that. Another thing that I really like is that a lot of these doors, or actually none of these doors so far, have to be opened. Infrastructure report. The reactor and thermal diffuser are very unstable and must be located both far apart and underground to ensure any accidental explosions are contained. Large vents are needed to circulate cool air deep into the mountain. Conveniently, one of the mountains already had ancient tunnels leading deep into the heart of the mountain. This site was chosen for the thermal diffuser and weapon site. The two sites are connected via underground rail to transport materials. Alright. So I'm assuming it's going to be this route that I'm going along now. Note from a psychologist. Several guards at Night Watch have reported large creature sightings. Some of them are a little shaken up by it. It might just be that being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere for so long is finally getting to them. Either way, we'll need full annual psychological assessment for all personnel in the near future. Charlotte Smith, Psychological Operations. Looks like things are about to start ramping up as far as adversaries go. Is there nothing more in here? Looks like, memo, all personnel are expected to work longer hours during the ramp-up in production. If you believe you are unable to perform your duties as expected, please report to a supervisor immediately. Alright, well, looks like That's it for in here?
I can't believe it. I'm almost at a loss for words. This is the discovery of a lifetime. No, of the 20th century. Have I found Schrodinger's cat? This is beyond my wildest imagination. As a result of the reaction between the Amrita energy and the Pathfinder's own life force, they experience what I have dubbed quantum death. When a Pathfinder dies while wearing the suit, their consciousness branches into a new reality, unharmed. They achieve quantum immortality.
Quantum immortality. So apparently you gotta be right up on these bad boys. Oh no, that one's already activated. We don't want to play with him. Note from a researcher, the L.E.A.F suit may prove to be the pinnacle feat of Pendulum, the ability to manipulate life and death using the God Hand, the agility and the ability to circumvent death, all thanks to the Amrita energy converted from this valley's orbs. We can create the ultimate soldier. The Mark II's success will herald a new wave of iterations. There's another one of those vintage posters I was talking about. Some of the music in this game almost reminds me of
unparalleled
Fallout
yield,
as
we
well.
rely upon the life seed housed within a reactor found deep underground beneath the Soma facility. By harvesting the high energy yield orbs found within the valley, we pass their energy through the life seed, which acts as a sort of amplifier, magnifying the energy to unprecedented levels. The explosives we create here will dwarf anything the Manhattan Project could ever possibly fathom.
Find a way to the reactor beneath the facility. Note from a researcher, depending on the degree of magnitude, certain organisms provide very little Amrita energy when targeted by the L.E.A.F suit's God Hand. Smaller organisms, such as insects, grass, flowers, and other substantial entities, provide close to zero energy, thereby affording no value for Pathfinders seeking energy. Got that already. That was early on. Use Amrita packs to restore a small amount of energy to your suit. It'd be nice if we could harvest some and store it on our own. Now how do we get to the next step? It looks like we're gonna have to activate these. There's no hiding that. Well, maybe not. Nothing over here to blast. Oh, right here. Now these three come online. And this looks like closing in on the reactor. Go ahead and fire up these lights a little bit. Any notes you can take a look at? Maybe not, but I'll take all of that. Zoop! Now you know things are gonna get bad when they start giving you a stockpile of resources. This is ever since I played Resident Evil. That's been the case. Right, you know something bad's about to come up.
The valley, it's suffering. The natural life here seems to be slowly dwindling. Edwin thinks I'm crazy, but I see it becoming quieter. Are we gradually killing this place?
That self-righteous anthropologist is stirring up trouble again. Her moral objections to this project are the last thing I need on my mind. If it weren't for the isolation policy, I'd have her removed from the premises and sent back home.
It's pretty clear they were harming the valley, but it looks like we don't have enough acorns to open this door just yet. So what's down here? We're gonna have to go around and... You see that? Look at... We are getting stockpiled. Alright guys, I'm willing to bet money on it. This is it. This is where the episode ends. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Valley. This is LCG here. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and leave me a subscribe or a comment in the sections down below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. And hopefully we can find the reactor room in the next episode. Alright, everybody take care and have a good day.